Nice to the presentation, ma'am. Please, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Vaishnavi here. I'm a PhD research scholar doing PhD, particularly on this topic where I have to fabricate the zeolite for making a new fabricated zeolite associated with the metals, economic metals, so that we can actually have the water filtration. So let's continue that. My today's research paper where natural zeolite fabrication with economic metals as an adsorbent, I'm going to present my views here. The aim of this study, mainly it aims fabrication of natural zeolite with magnesium metal ions for the removal of toxic ions from the drinking water. The objective of the study, as you will see here, there are three main aspects I have covered to do the fabrication of zeolite: water sample analysis before and after the zeolite, and water sample analysis was actually done particularly from the Pollution Control Board. I have actually taken the results of from the various sources of water, and then I have actually prepared the magnesium fabricated zeolite. The steps which I have followed for achieving the goal: study the effect of toxic ions in drinking water. The second step, analysis of different drinking water samples before and after treatment. The third is preparation of magnesium fabricated zeolite. Study of toxic ions in the drinking water. The most important facet for life on earth is water. With the rapid expansion of the world's population and its need for industrial and agricultural activities, the quantity and quality of the world's water have been declining. In India, river water is frequently contaminated with metals. Metal toxicity poses issues in the domains of ecology, evolution, nutrition, and the environment. Overexposure to metals in river water poses a serious risk to both biological systems and human health. And this is the newspaper clipping on yesterday's newspaper Dainik Bhaskar. Actually, the news was published. Kanha Nibodi ka saaf pani juni indor tak ho raha 20 guna प्रदूषित. And particularly if we, most of the people, I think they are from Indore, so if you would have gone through with this news, clearly it is shown that with the application of so many things for purifying the water, even though our drinking water is continuously getting polluted. Over the past few years, the Central Water Commission, which is part of the Department of Water Resources, Ministry of Jal Shakti, has played a crucial role in the monitoring of river water quality. Currently, 531 important locations across all the India's major river basins are being used to monitor water quality. River water pollution is attracting more and more attention globally due to its effects on socio-economic health and other factors. The quality of rivers and surface waters has significantly declined as a result of anthropogenic activity and natural processes. Over the past few decades, there has been a significant increase in the amount of human activities that have an impact on the river waters of emerging nations. Metals have a significant role in how living things work. They are essential for nourishment and provide a physiological purpose. However, one of the ongoing global environmental issues is its accumulation in the environment when it exceeds specified limit. The constant expansion of numerous businesses, including mining, fertilizers, tanneries, paper, batteries, electroplating, etc., is to blame for this contamination. Heavy metals emitted from their industries such as zinc, copper, nickel, mercury, cadmium, lead, chromium, and arsenic tend to accumulate in organisms, which may result in a decrease in the variety of species. Facilities for drinking water treatment before distribution are not always practicable or available in poor nations like India. In several areas of the nation, people get their domestic water directly from the source available in poor nations like India. In several areas of the nation, people get actually maximum population of India is not depending on RO, or we can say always we should have all these purification facilities at our home. Directly the river water which is coming from municipality, and many of the township, they are having direct supply of this municipality water. Why we are not having this water directly, which is free from all the toxic matters? The threat to the supply of good quality and quantity of water is rising industrialization and urbanization. And we must know the most common toxic metal ions in water are arsenic, lead, copper, cadmium, chromium, nickel, zinc, cobalt, and manganese. This is what here the table has shown, like Kalindi Township, Baikun Dham, colonies Damanagar, Nehru Nagar, and Bengali Square. From these areas, the water samples have been collected, and all these water samples have been tested on these 9 parameters. This table is showing the presence of fluoride, sulfate, calcium, alkalinity or total hardness, total dissolved solid, TSS, turbidity before the treatment through zeolite. But after fabricating the zeolite, which I have prepared, fabricated with magnesium ion, the results you will see, there are some differences. Like in case of total hardness, Kalindi Township, the total hardness before the treatment, it was 256
Samples were taken from borewell or from Narmada pipeline?
Sir, Narmada pipeline, municipality water I have collected here. And after that, the result is found 200. It means to some extent, if hardness is decreased, alkalinity is decreased, fluoride, chloride, all these ions are decreased. So why we cannot have such type of economic options? The main aim of my research is. And for that purpose, the magnesium fabricated zeolite, how I have prepared, the method I have shown through this slide. For this purpose, the magnesium zeolite is prepared from the natural zeolite which I purchased, and this natural zeolite was soaked in 1 molarity solution of NaOH for about 3 hours. And then the suspended material. After 3 hours, the suspended material was filtered and washed with distilled water until all the traces of NaOH were removed, and then the material was tested neutral. It was filtered, washed, and then this material immersed for about 12 hours in the solution of magnesium sulfate, so that the magnesium ions can be actually accumulated or associated with the natural zeolite. After 10 hours, the residue was then dried in hot air oven around at 100 degrees Celsius for 1 hour, and then it was cooled in desiccator, and then material was stored in small bottle. This is actually magnesium zeolite. And here, the few of the slides I have shown which were showing the structure of zeolite. Not in detail, I would like to actually read all the points which are actually given in the slides. In short, I would like to discuss here, the zeolites are actually naturally available zeolites which are sodium aluminosilicates, and they have very strong tendency to absorption tendency. Particularly zeolites have actually pores. Whenever the water is allowed to filter through these zeolites perform ion exchange reactions. And with the help of these ion exchange reactions, we can have the desired ions in the zeolite. In this manner, this zeolite can behave as a better adsorbent for the further removal of toxic ions from the drinking water. Overall purpose is natural zeolite, when it was actually fabricated with the magnesium, and this magnesium fabricated zeolite was used as an adsorbent. Drinking water was passed through this newly prepared fabricated zeolite. The toxic ions were found removed. So this is what I have shown here. All these slides are showing the structural aspects of the zeolite. And should I read some? Actually, in short, I have discussed here. All these structures are shown. Means particularly this structured tetrahedral units contain silicon, then the whole framework will be neutral. Zeolites which have framework, whereas presence of magnesium in place of silicon produces a charge on it, which can be neutralized by other metal cations which are required to be present in the holes of framework structure of zeolite. Other metals means I have used here particularly magnesium, but other metals like sodium, potassium, barium, calcium and aluminium also may be better substitute. The conclusion of this research paper is what? The natural zeolites are having good absorption ability which can be improved by modifying it to magnesium ions. In summation, the final magnesium zeolite becomes better adsorbent. The modified characteristics of this prepared zeolite can be suggested to be analyzed by XRD and FTI methods, and currently I am also having the FTI results, but I have not included here, sir, because just recently I.
Have you studied commercial aspect of making this?
Actually, yeah, sir. Because of that reason, I have actually the topic of my research paper is, you can see, natural zeolite fabrication with economic matters. Yes, sir. Actually, commercially, this is what the very important aspect, so that maximum population of India may have. Means they can buy this zeolite. And what is my actually thinking or vision about this research? This zeolite containing filter should be available in the form like tape water में कुछ सर वो लगा देते हैं हम filters. So it should be available in that form so that directly in the tape we can actually fix that, and the water which is coming directly from the municipality, it will be filtered so that no other filtration unit will be required at home. So I feel that would be so economic, sir.
So what will be the expected cost of natural zeolite?
Actually, this work is
Commercially, whether it is feasible or not.
so it is feasible. Sir, up to 1,000 rupees, the cost of one zeolite, if I guess.
And what will be the life of this particular zeolite?
Sir, it may actually, definitely, the life of the zeolite will not be so long, because zeolite pores will be very soon filled with all these toxic ions, so it will not work. So it should be replaced. Yes. Thank you.
Now, next presentation given by Simran Srinivas. Please stand.
Topic of research is utilization of floral waste in vermicomposting at various temples of Dhar city. My area of research is truly based on the temples of Dhar city. The contents include abstract, introduction, materials and methods, result and references. Discussing about the abstract, pollution is the major cause in India, and there are so many temples, around 20 फोटोग्राफ है जिसमें सबसे पहले जो फ्लोरल वेस्ट है वो फिल किया था, उसके बाद साइड में रखा हुआ पाउडर मैन्योर जिसके ऊपर फिल किया गया था और फिर वाटरिंग की प्रोसेस की गई थी। रिजल्ट अकॉर्डिंग टू फर्टिलाइजर कंट्रोल बोर्ड, जो वर्मी कंपोस्ट के क्वालिटी टेस्ट होते हैं हमने फिजिकल टेस्ट हम उसकी ग्रोथ को गए, जिसमें 4.0 mm की सीड ट्यूब जो यूज की थी उसके थ्रू 90% वर्मी कंपोस्ट पास हुआ, जो कि चाय पत्ती के समान बारीक बारीक दाने होते हैं, वो वर्मी कंपोस्ट अगर वैसा बनता है तो परफेक्ट वर्मी कंपोस्ट होता है। और हमारा वर्मी कंपोस्ट बिल्कुल वैसे ही बना, चाय पत्ती के प्रकार का प्योर था, क्योंकि उसमें कोई मिलावट नहीं थी, सिर्फ फूलों से बना था, तो वो बिल्कुल परफेक्ट वर्मी कंपोस्ट बना। जो कि ऑर्डरलेस था, उसमें कोई स्मेल नहीं थी। मंदिर ट्रस्ट को लगा था कि बहुत बदबू होगी, पाउडर नहीं हो रहे, लेकिन बनने के बाद उसमें कोई भी ऑर्डर नहीं था, प्योर वर्मी कंपोस्ट फॉर्म हुआ ब्राउन कलर का, जो कि 2 दिन के बाद आफ्टर 2 डेज उसका मॉइस्चर जब सूख गया, सैनिटाइज हो गया, तो हम उसे पैक करके यूज करने के लिए मंदिर ट्रस्ट को दे दिया। जो रेशियो लिया था, द रेशियो वाज 30:70, 30 वाज द रेशियो ऑफ पाउडर मैन्योर एंड 70 वाज फ्लोरल वेस्ट। क्योंकि हम फ्लोरल वेस्ट पर काम कर रहे थे, तो हमारी पूरी कोशिश थी कि मैक्सिमम परसेंटेज फ्लोरल वेस्ट हो, इसीलिए पाउडर मैन्योर रेशियो वाज ओनली 30% एंड ऑल अदर वाज द floral waste. The cycle was conducted in 3 phases, April to June, April, May and June. that जो गर्मी का समर सीजन होता है उसमें थोड़ा टाइम ज़्यादा लगता है, क्योंकि उसमें पानी की रिक्वायरमेंट रहती है और अर्थवॉर्म्स को वर्क करने में थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम होती है मॉइस्चर के कारण। बट जुलाई से सितंबर में जब हमने काम किया तो एक्सीलेंट रिजल्ट देखने को मिले, और बिना किसी पानी की रिक्वायरमेंट के एक्स्ट्रा वाटर यूज के सिर्फ रेन वाटर के थ्रू ही सारा जो वर्मी कंपोस्ट प्रिपेयर हुआ, जो कि 1.6 क्विंटल था, पूरी फ्लेवर सबसे ज़्यादा था। अक्टूबर से दिसंबर में अगर हम बात करें तो 50 डेज में हमारा वर्मी कंपोस्ट तैयार हुआ और वो 1.5 क्विंटल की वेट का वर्मी कंपोस्ट था। दिस इज द सीविंग ट्यूल आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट। सीविंग ट्यूल ये जो छन्नी होती है, इसमें कंपोस्ट फिल करते हैं। ये कंपोस्ट फिल किया है जो बना हुआ था, और नीचे छन के आता है, वो उस टाइप का कुछ वर्मी कंपोस्ट बारीक चाय पत्ती के दाने समान रहता है। These are the references I use during entire process, and I hope that in every temple of India this project should be set up and it will be very beneficial. और अगर ये small scale production था, लेकिन अगर हम चाहें तो इसे large scale business model भी बना सकते हैं, जिससे around 50 रुपीस पर kg का इसको सेल करके प्रॉफिट भी मंदिर जो ट्रस्ट होते हैं वो सेल करके प्रॉफिट कमा सकते हैं। थैंक यू। यस सर,
अभी भी मतलब ये काम हो रहा है?
यस सर।
कितना अर्निंग हो रहा है?
सर अर्निंग नहीं कर रहे, सेल नहीं कर रहे। एक्चुअली ये काम जो रिसर्च का था, तो हमने पूरा जो वर्मी कंपोस्ट बनाया था वो मंदिर ट्रस्ट को डोनेट कर दिया। वहाँ पर पहाड़ लगे हुए हैं, पहाड़ पे पौधे हैं, पेड़ हैं, तो उसी में उसका यूटिलाइजेशन हो रहा है सर।
कौन सा वन कौन से लिए?
आइसोले फेटिडा सर एंड यूटिला सीड, दोनों का मिक्सचर है। उसमें से कुछ सर्वाइव हुए, कुछ नहीं हुए, और बाद में जब रेनी सीजन आया तो वो रेप्लिकेट होकर इतने सारे हो गए कि उन्हें सेल करना पड़ा, हमें बहुत सारे हो गए।
The next presentation is given by Megha Pandey.
My topic for presentation is impact of spirulina supplementation on development and commercial characters of mulberry silkworms. Sericulture is an agro-based industry. It is a rural agro-based industry, and sericulture is rearing of silkworm for the production of cocoon to obtain the silk. And in developing countries like India, agriculture and agro-based industries plays an important role in the economy. Silkworm is a lepidopteran insect, and it only feeds on the mulberry leaves. And the supplementation of mulberry leaves is a recent technique in sericulture research. The growth and development of silkworm and formation of cocoon are greatly influenced by nutritional quality of mulberry leaves. In present study, I used spirulina as a nutrient supplement to see its effect on the development and commercial characters of silkworm. Spirulina is a blue-green microalgae. It contains 18 amino acids, and and many other vital vitamins like riboflavin, tocopherol, and vitamin B12. It is regarded as the wealthiest algae. Spirulina solution, when prepared and sprayed on the mulberry leaves, fed to the silkworm, shows increase in larval weight, cocoon weight, shell percentage, shell filament length, tenure, and red data. The study revealed positive beneficial effects on commercial characters and development of silkworm. Thus, supplementing mulberry leaves with spirulina would be beneficial to sericulture industry in India by increasing silk production economically. Thanks.
इसमें हम नया please come on the stuff. Members and all the presenters. The topic of my research is so my name is Neha Nair and I am a PhD scholar and working on the diversity of butterflies in selected areas of Indore and making strategies of Hypolimnas bolina. And today I am going to represent this topic of courtship behavior in butterflies of genus Hypolimnas. So sir, in this paper I have studied the mating strategies of Hypolimnas bolina, and here I have selected two butterflies, that is Hypolimnas bolina and Hypolimnas mysticus. They both belong to genus Hypolimnas. The reason why I chose these butterflies is, number one, is that they show sexual dimorphism. As you can see here, male and female are different in both Hypolimnas bolina and mysticus. And the another reason for selection of these butterflies is that they show mimicry. That is the female Hypolimnas bolina, it resembles a common crow butterfly, and Hypolimnas mysticus, it mimics plain tiger. Next slide, please. So, in courtship behavior of Hypolimnas, what happens is that there are different stages. Like first, the butterfly, the male butterfly, it protects it protects a larval host plant area. That means where the female butterfly will lay eggs. Then it investigates every flying object, whether it is a bird or any other butterfly, but preferentially the butterflies that are same color, size, and which has same movement as that of their conspecific female butterflies. Then it shows once it encounters a conspecific female butterfly, that is the butterflies of its own species, it drops itself 3 to 6 inches and it shows a quivering flight. That means there is a shaking movement in which it rapidly moves its wings. Then they both male and female, they show ascending flight, and then after 5 to 10 minutes they both undergo catalysis. That means a stage of inactivation, and after this copulation takes place. So in my research I have in my research what I have done, I have categorized these courtship behaviors into 4 different grades, and then we have performed different experiments using butterfly dummies, in which we have prepared some paper butterfly dummies, and we have also used some dead butterfly dummies, and on the basis of their behavior, on the basis of the behavior of the male to the dummies, we have categorized the grade 1 and 2 and so on. We have got this result. So in first experiment what we have done, we have prepared a paper dummy which was true to the size of the original butterfly, and then we have seen that most of the butterflies, it showed grade 1 response, some of them showed grade 2 response, grade 3 response, but very few showed grade 4 response. From this we can conclude, we came to conclusion that these butterflies, they have visual cues. That means they get attracted by the color and pattern of the wing of their opposite sex butterflies. And but here they did not copulate. The reason was because not only visual cues, chemical cues are also important for mating. So in the paper dummy, there were only visual cues present, that is only the color and the pattern was similar to the female butterfly, but pheromones were absent. As a result, the copulation did not take place. Yes, grade 1, grade 2 response was observed. Then in next experiment, we used a dead butterfly as a dummy. So when we go for diversity study surveys, we find a number of butterflies that are sometimes trapped in spider webs, or sometimes they are, partially eaten by the predators. So we have used them as our dummy butterflies. So in this case, we have used two dummy butterflies. This is the same part of the experiment here, but here two dummies were used. One dummy with the fresh wing, and the other dummy was with worn out wings. That means the wings, they were very teared because maybe the predator have captured it to spear. So the results that were observed during the experiment is, in first case, we got more of grade 4 response. That means most of the butterflies, they showed catalepsis. That means they tried to copulate. Catalepsis is the last stage after which copulation takes place. So most of the butterflies showed grade 4 response, that is catalepsis. They reached up to catalepsis. But in worn-out wings, as you can see, more of grade 2 and grade 3 responses present, and copulation, the catalepsis, that is grade 4 response, is very less. From this, we can conclude that the butterflies, they prefer the butterfly, the male butterfly, they prefer the female butterfly which have fresh wings, because that indicates that the butterfly is young and it is more capable to reproduce, and also because it have more strong chemical signals, that is pheromones. So next slide. In next experiment, what we have done that the same dummy was used, but we have kept that dummy for 2 days, and after 2 days we have performed the experiment. And so here also we can see that, so next slide please. So after 2 days we have seen that the pheromone level was low, because it is a volatile substance. It it loses slowly. So after 2 days, because the pheromone level was low, so the response was very less. So next slide please. Now in next experiment, what we have done is we have taken a female dummy, the same female dummy that we have used earlier. We have used the same dummy, but in this case we have removed the the scales from the 4 wings by gently brushing with the help of a brush. So in this case, we have seen that there was a reduction in the grade 4 response. The reason, because from this we can conclude that the scales, they play important role for identification, and if you remove the scales, then there is reduction in the response. But now the same experiment, when it was performed on hind wing, that means now when we have removed the scales from the hind wings, then we have seen a drastic reduction in grade 4 response and grade 3 response. Now this shows that the hind wing, they play a very important role in butterfly courtship behavior. 4 wings are important, but the hind wings, they have some special kind of scales, and in absence of those scales, the male cannot identify